because I didn't even do my little microphone check beforehand. Okay. It seems like you should be able to, but let me just make sure. Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? We are live, y'all. You hear me? Because I didn't even. Okay. Looks like y'all can hear me pretty well. It's not the best sound, right? Let's see. Do my little microphone check beforehand. No, it's not the best. Okay. It's definitely not the best sound. Child. Oh, you know what? While we're doing this, first of all, okay, let me go ahead and start my vibration play because I could be vibrating while we talking, child. Okay, listen. Gonna make the most of time. Okay, let me do it. Let me do this other. Let me check this other microphone. Okay. Let's see. Let's check and see how this sounds. All right, y'all, bear with me. I mean, since we got a few minutes, y'all got to get y'all stuff together anyway. Get y'all writing stuff together. Y'all know what it is, child. Don't be acting brand new. Get your stuff together so we can write, honey. Let's see. Let's check and see how this sounds. I like this one better. What do y'all think? Plus, I can clip it to myself. I mean, since we got a few minutes, y'all got to get y'all stuff together anyway. Get y'all writing stuff together. Right. Y'all know what it is. Tell them, Dolores. Tell them, girl. Get your stuff together so we can write, honey. Tell them. All right, so y'all can hear me loud and clear. That's great. Let me go ahead and get the music started while y'all are getting y'all stuff together. While I'm just giving y'all your brief. Okay, gotta give you a brief before we get started, y'all, so y'all know what to expect. Ooh, child. Giving you the best of me. I was just listening to some Anthony Hamilton. I paused it so I can come on here and talk to y'all real quick so we can get started on our writing. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's me, Dolores, your favorite memoirist, okay? Like, oh, doesn't that roll off the tongue? Doesn't it have like a ring to it? I'm a memoirist, okay? Child, I'm forever calling myself something, okay? So anyway, what we do here is we have live writing sessions together. So for 50 minutes, we have focused writing, okay? So that could be you actively writing, pen and paper, that could be you sitting at your computer, typing it. You could be sitting and recording yourself, so it eventually gets transcribed. You could be researching, you could be conceptualizing, you could be putting prompts into your chat GPT. Child, do something that is moving you forward with your writing goals, okay? I like to write late at night. Where I am, it is 1:28 in the morning, okay? I'm in Alabama. So put in the chat where you are writing from. Where are you right now? Where are you in the world, okay? Because even like I say, I'm a late night writer, but the realization came to me that, we're all in different time zones. So it could be, a very decent hour where you are right now. I don't know. Let me know in the chat where you are, okay? It could be like great time for you. I don't know. So y'all let me know. This is just like, for me, this just ends up being like the perfect time to write. And I don't know what it is. It's almost like I can't even get away from that, That's when the creative juices are flowing, I guess. That's when I just feel more alert, during the day, or, in the 24-hour span. I just feel more alert during this time of day. So I don't know, child. I guess I'm just your late night writer, honey, okay? Your night writer. So just let me know in the chat where you're writing and what time it is where you are. So like I said, we do 50 minutes of focus work. And like I said, that can include a variety of things as long as it's moving you forward in your writing goals. And then for 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, we have a movement break, okay? It's a break, but like that doesn't mean just like do nothing at all. That means do some type of movement, whether it's walking in place. It could be line dancing. I love line dancing, but during these live sessions, I just prefer to get on my vibration plate, which is what I'm on right now. And so I vibrate and talk to you guys for 10 minutes and then get back started. Okay. So, you can mute me if you want to for the 10 minutes and then like do something else, it's up to you. But do something movement wise. You could do some type of chair exercise if that's what's best for you. Do some type of like walking in place. Get on your walking track. If you have a vibration plate like I do, get on your vibration plate for 10 minutes. Do some type of movement. Okay, you guys. You'll realize how it actually helps your creative flow. I know you think, okay, I just need to keep working, but sometimes that ends up working against you. So sometimes it's good to take a break, and for these sessions, we'll take a break. We'll just take our movement break, 10 minutes, that's it. And then we'll get right back into it, so we can get our next creative burst, and keep on writing. And then I know some of you probably, after we're done with our writing sessions, we do 2 of each. And then, so after we're done, if you want to keep on writing, keep doing it. So I was sharing with you guys, I realized this like a few live streams back, that it's probably good to share the site that I'm using, this channel that I'm using for the timer. Okay, so we use Million Reason. That's the site there, as you can see on the screen, Million Reason on YouTube. And this is a different 50-minute timer than we've used in the last few streams. So we're going to try this one out today and see how we like it. So let me go ahead and turn it down, because usually those beeps are like super loud. And then I'll do it like this so you guys can see the beeps good. You can see me. So it's almost like we're all just kind of working in a joint creative space. Even though we're not together, we're together. You know what I mean? So it's like going to give you that type of vibe, And so I'm sending you guys like some great creative energy. I'm your accountability partner. You're my accountability partner. So let me know in the chat what you're working on. What are you writing? Are you writing your memoir? Are you writing some work of fiction, or your novel, poetry, songs? I mean, what you writing, girl? Tell me. I'm nosy, honey. I want to know. What y'all working on. Okay. But whatever you're working on, make sure that you tell the truth. Okay. And make sure that you're getting that trauma, whatever experiences that you may be holding within your body, make sure you release that in your writing. Okay. So that's part of the point of these sessions. So that it's kind of therapeutic for you to release all of this and to get it out of your body, get it moving, which is why we do the movement breaks, and then move it out of your body. Okay. So y'all get y'all stuff together, child. We just got a few more. So we got like 2 more minutes left on this vibration plate. And I've got the lo-fi music on. Okay, so we've got some good calming music. It's just going to give you a little bit of white noise, just to kind of drown out the silence, because sometimes the silence ends up being like super loud, if that makes sense. If like sometimes it's just too quiet, and sometimes you just need a little bit of, some sound, some, peaceful, nothing that's too crazy. Like when I'm working, I can't listen to stuff that like has lyrics to it, singing. Because first of all, I'm going to start singing along. That's probably what's going to happen. Even if I don't know the words, I'm going to start singing along, be humming and doing something. So that's going to like take my mind off of the focus, So I want you to be focused, but, also have something that, kind of, balances that out, balances that focus, where you can focus just enough, but not too much where it, ends up working against you, if that makes sense. I feel like those who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, then that's just not an issue for you. And okay, that's great, but those who know. So hopefully it works good for you, because I'm the same way. So I'm just really doing what works for me, and and hoping that it does good for you guys too. So That's really all it is, child. Okay, I'm gonna check on things again. Okay, that's great. But those who know, know. So right, those who know, know. Okay, child. If you know, you know. All right. I'm ready to get started, y'all. Y'all ready? We only got I guess we just got a few more seconds left. But I've got the timer set up, I've got the music going. And once we get started, what I do is I just mute out and and then we just get to working, okay? And then I come back, go unmute, and then I talk to y'all for 10 minutes. Then, we do another 50-minute stint and then another 10-minute movement break. And then we're good. You know what I'm saying? We've accomplished. Okay, so let's get that going. And let's get started, y'all. Let's get to writing. Got my writers in the building. Hey, y'all. Y'all are busy writing. I love it. I love it. Hey, you guys. All right, let me move this over. Hey, y'all. Okay. I'm going to start this timer over in a minute. Okay, let me start my vibration play. Okay, y'all, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. That was 50 minutes. That was a little over 50 minutes, actually. So y'all get up and get moving, okay? We have to have, a little bit of movement. You can do some type of movement in your chair, do some type of abs or some type of something, y'all, okay? Do what you can do, but like make sure you do some type of movement during this break, okay? So how was that for y'all? What did you do? What did you accomplish? What are y'all working on? I haven't seen in the chat you guys putting in there what you're working on. So please let me know in the chat what is going on, honey. What are you working on? I need to know, child. My nosy self needs to know. Okay. I need to know what you got going on, sis. Okay. You working on poetry, you working on your memoir, you working on a video series, some type of expose. I mean, what you working on, girl? I want to see some good creative energy. What am I working on, child? Okay, so you guys know I put out the don't drag daddy issues into 2026. I put that video out earlier. Well, like I guess technically it was yesterday now. I put it out yesterday. And then I'm dropping some highlight reels throughout the day today. And also another iteration. Y'all know I like that. I like that word iteration. Now I'm gonna put out another video this afternoon, evening time frame. So maybe probably about like 4, 5-ish. I'll put out another video along the daddy issue series. So I've been really working heavily on the daddy issue series, and that's part of my tell the truth. I'm just y'all admit it. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's nobody on this stream. I don't know, but just admit it. If someone has ever in your life said or insinuated or anything like that, hinted, whatever, that you have daddy issues. Now, don't be shamed, child. Don't be shamed, okay? Because I admit it. I put both hands up. Both, look with an F. Both hands, okay? I got daddy issues, child, okay? Like you can't even hurt me with my truth anymore. Like this is my truth. Like we're gonna be like, oh, she got daddy issues. I'm like, I already said that. I've been said that. I've been admitted that. Okay. So that really like automatically that takes the shame out of it. But when you really like go a little bit deeper into it, it's like, okay, it's me acknowledging that yeah, there were some issues, right? Like there were some issues growing up. There was maybe some abuse, neglect, harsh criticisms, absentee father. It was some stuff that happened growing up, and it affected me. And even at this big age, I'm 45. I don't know how old y'all are, but like at this big age of 45, like I could put both hands up and say like I have daddy issues. Because there were some things that I experienced, maybe even some teachings or trainings or whatever that, my father neglected, or taught me wrong, and those things affected me in my adulthood. It affected my relationships, it affected my decision making. It affected my body, my health, my mental health. It affected me spiritually, like it impacted me. And that's all that is. That is saying that, hey, like I recognize that, this very, very crucial relationship, one of my very foundational relationships was flawed and dysfunctional. And, I'm realizing as an adult 45-year-old woman that there were some things that I was taught, that I experienced, that I witnessed, that I grew up with, that affected me today. It affected my relationships. It affected my decision making. It affected the things that I did, the way I thought, the way I moved in this world, you know? And it just did. And that's like, and it's not necessarily like, and me like actively attacking my father. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what it is. It's just me acknowledging that there are things that happen, that affect me today. And even though it wasn't my fault, it is now my responsibility. And part of that responsibility is just admitting that it happened, that it exists, that it's a thing, And I don't know how anybody can think that you can fix a thing without acknowledging a thing first. I mean, you don't go to the doctor's office and then just be like, and the doctor's like, what's going on? Like, what are you here for? What can I do for you? What's going on? What's wrong? And you just sit there and just be like, and you won't say nothing because they're going to be like, well, just get out the office. Like, why are you here? Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like, just going to want to know. So you have to speak it. And like, if you were like me, in my growing up, I grew up as a pastor's daughter, right? I had both of my parents were pastors. Okay. I'm a double PK. Okay. Got it on both sides. Okay. And if you grew up like me, then like there was even teachings, like we were taught, like you don't even admit that you're sick. So some of y'all, like when I use the go to the doctor analogy, you wouldn't even, some of y'all like are still have that stinking thinking, you still have that toxic thinking that you shouldn't even go to the doctor. You just pray it all away. Just pray it away. And some of y'all in some real bad health right now because you keep trying to pray stuff away when you take you to the doctor and tell them what's wrong so they can actually treat it. So you can actually focus on what that thing is and focus on that thing. But that's how I was taught growing up too. So like, I know what that toxic teaching is like, and you got to even get that out of your head. Because and I told y'all this like a few days ago, and we were taught like, speak those things that be not as though they were. So it's like you have to, like, you can't call a thing, basically is what that teaching says. Like you have to speak it like you want it to be, the ideal, the positive, way of looking at it, like it should be. But it's like, but that's not what's happening right now. And I need to just call a thing right now, so then we can fix that thing. So then we can acknowledge that that's what it is that we're working on. And so that's what you're even going to find in the decision audit that's linked in the comments, and it's also linked in the bio, the description for this video. Part of that process, and you'll find that in the decision audit, so you could download that right now, is just acknowledging what that issue is so that you're actually dealing with the true problem. Sometimes we're trying to solve something that isn't the problem because we just won't acknowledge what that actual problem is, what the thing is. How many times have you taken your daddy issues into romantic relationships? And then here you are, man after man after man after man, trying to figure out, you're the common denominator. You're trying to figure out, well, like, I don't know why this just keeps happening to me. Well, maybe part of that is admitting, like, I got daddy issues. And it's affected even the choices I make in a lover, in a person I choose to be in a relationship with. Same applies for friendships. Same applies for work relationships. Same applies. It's just that, it's not about a blame thing, right? Like sometimes our parents just didn't know for whatever reason, maybe they intended to do it, maybe they didn't. That's like, it's irrelevant at this point. What's more relevant right now is just to acknowledge that something happened and it affected your mind, your body, your spirit. And those things need healing. And so that's what part of this, these sessions are about, is like, okay, I'm admitting that these things happen to me and I'm just telling that truth. And that truth is what's going to move me forward in my healing process. No, it wasn't your fault what happened, but it's your responsibility now, right? So even if you come to a place where it's like you have to, answer for telling the truth, then here's what you can say. This is part of my healing journey. It's not about blame. It's not about shame. It's not about guilt. It's about what I need. And what I need now is to be selfish. I need to be focused on me. I have kids who need me to be my best self. I have my own children now, you know? So at some point, I need to realize that I have a lot of healing to do so that I could be the best mom I can be. So I could be the best wife I can be. So I could be the best friend that I can be, the best coworker. You know what I mean? The and okay, so that's enough for now. I hope that that inspires you all to like tell the truth. That's what these sessions are about. That's what they're for. And I pray that you all are feeling like that freedom in these sessions to just express. It doesn't have to go further than this. And don't even think about that right now. Don't even think about, okay, well, is this going to be a book one day? Is this going to be out in the world one day? Don't think about that right now. Just write. Just let it out. Just let it out. Okay? All right, so let's get back to our timer. Okay, let's start back over with the same timer. And y'all, all right, y'all, let's get to writing. We're back, people. We're back. Yes, we are. And we did that. Okay, we did that, y'all. Hold on, let me take these off. We did that. And guess what, y'all? Y'all don't even know this, but child, I don't even know how this happened, but my internet just went out over here. Everything else is on. So, but I don't know. I just didn't want to restart my computer yet. But I think I'm gonna have to, you guys. But that whole time I was working without internet. So, but I still got a lot accomplished. Still, okay. So what about y'all? What did y'all get accomplished? What did y'all do? Let me check. Let me check the comments. How did y'all do? How was that last session for y'all? How was that last session? Did y'all see me over there jamming, child? I had on some other music too. Since I could work on the computer, I was just like, let me turn my music on. I was actually trying to see if my laptop was still had Wi-Fi and everything was fine, and it was. Over here was fine. My phone was fine. So I guess I just need to restart that computer. So I'm gonna do that when I get off of here with y'all. So y'all let me know in the comments what were y'all working on? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you telling the truth about? That's what I want to know. What are you telling the truth about? Is it about daddy issues like it is for me? It might be about mom issues for you. Excuse me, you guys. It might be about mom issues. It may be father figure, mom figure, it may be a parental figure you're talking about. Someone else who raised you, or, in those relationships impacted, the absence of maybe your parent passed away and that was a thing, maybe you never knew your father, and and that's part of your daddy issues. I mean, just because you think, well, I didn't have a dad, like that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an issue. Your father way passed before he could really make an impact in your life, or made an impact, and then he was just suddenly gone. What is it for you? That's why I say every daughter has something, has some experience, that that needs to be told, that deserves to be told, that at the very least, it deserves, and so even sometimes requires that you would just get it out of your body, just release it. And I know that probably sound like, if you haven't done that, it probably doesn't sound like that's what happens, but there is something very powerful about just telling it, and I'm telling you, like, it could just be telling it on paper. You don't actually tell another person. You could tell me, get in my comments, get in my inbox. You can DM me if you want to. You could tell me, you could send me, send me what you've been writing. If you want to share it, you want to share an excerpt or something like that. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm going to read like a book or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm working on my own. But, I can read an excerpt of yours, just so I'm familiar with your story and what you're telling. So I can just, like I said, send you some great positive energy, creative energy, just so I'm your accountability partner, you're my accountability partner, and we're in this thing together, y'all, So I was finishing up this 5-step discernment to decision guide. It's a process, and I wrote about this, wrote about it, in a very easy to read guide, not long at all, because it really doesn't, it does not take that much. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take that much to get the fundamentals, the framework down for discernment. It sounds like it's super complex, but I mean, I guess it would be if you've never really just tapped in, just the concept of it probably sounds really complex, but it's really not like that, and you actually do it. You do it all the time. It's a God-given gift that you already have, that you've been using. Babies use discernment, think about it. No, babies give vibes from people. Like, have you seen a baby that just like a look at a person, just like, nope, I ain't feeling them, like that's that's one of the components of discernment, It's listening to your intuition, picking up on the nonverbals, picking up on those things. And sometimes as a kid, you were probably a whole lot better at that than you are now. And why is that? Because over all these years, through relationships, through toxic relationships and dysfunction, you learn to not trust yourself. Sometimes our parents made us doubt our discernment by the way they, maybe as kids we picked up vibes about people, but we were forced to hug people. We were forced to still interact. We were forced to ignore what we were feeling, what we naturally knew was right. We were forced to ignore those things. And those things impacted your ability to make decisions today. That's what I want you to know through this Daddy Issue series, through the Daughters of Discernment platform, through telling the truth, that those things impacted your ability to trust yourself, your ability to reason, your ability to, take your safety and boundaries into your own hands. um Sometimes we always like push our decisions onto other people, like let another person make these decisions for me. I just can't do it. I don't trust myself, or for whatever reason. These are things that we learned over time. We learned to not trust ourselves, because we did in the beginning. You trusted yourself just fine, then you just didn't, and then it was just like, well, when did this happen? It happened over time. You're trusting it. It just got eroded over time and broke down over time. So it's going to take a little bit of time to build that back up, to learn to trust yourself again. And I still battle with it, y'all. I still battle with it. And I'm a discerner. I'm over here teaching y'all about discernment. I'm over here creating frameworks and audits and ebooks and all the things. You know what I mean? I have a discernment quiz. I mean, I have a challenge. I have discernment meditations. I still struggle with discernment. It's not like you're ever just gonna get to this point where it's just like you're the best. You know what I mean? Like, and there's just no more improvement to be made. No, like it's gonna be a challenge all the time. And y'all, there's some really good manipulators out there. Okay, I'm a discerner, but I could still be manipulated. I could still be tricked. I could still be fooled. You know, that's why I created a community of other discerners, because I want it to be like a community of people who say, like, in everything I do, discernment is going to be my foundation. Every move I make, discernment is going to be the foundation of that. Every decision, every friendship, every place I go, everything I do, I want discernment to be at the core of everything I do. I want it to be the foundation that I build my decisions on, that I build my character and my personality on, and and how I move and how I interact. I want discernment to be the foundation of all that, you know. And I know there's other people out there that's like that too. It's gotta be. I mean, if I'm out here, I know I'm not the only one, child. I can't be the only one. There's like, y'all are here. You're here right now. You're listening right now. So obviously, there is something that you resonate with. Someone who is like, discernment is my foundation. Anytime you come over here, anytime you ask me anything, child, you could rest assured and guarantee that discernment is going to be at the foundation. But you have to use your discernment. You have to use your discernment to make the decisions that are best for you. So that's how that works, y'all. But I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm glad that y'all are, engaging in these writing sessions, and that, you're taking advantage of them. And like I said, even after, these air and we're not live anymore, you can still come back, and still, use these as, a writing session. You're not going to be able to tell the difference, like whether I'm live or not, So just come back, and just, write again, come back and, watch it or listen to this video and use the same, like the same time frames. Or after we're done, if you still have that flow, like I said, it's a different time. Everybody's in a different time zone, right? So it's 3:37 here, and I'm gonna take a nap, Okay, it's 3 o'clock, 3:37 in the morning. Okay. I don't really say I don't consider what I do to be sleeping. I consider it to be napping. So that's why I say I'm gonna take a nap instead of I'm gonna go to sleep. Cause child, I'll be back up in about 3 hours or so, And I don't know if I'm gonna be up, but I'm definitely gonna wake up. I definitely don't sleep, I don't sleep just straight hours through. So like I said, I call what I do naps. So, but let's say, you're up and you are still feeling that creative flow, you still in a groove, you in a vibe, whatever, then just use the same timer. Like I said, I used Million Reason. Okay, Million Reason is the site that I went to, the YouTube page that I went to, and you can use their timer. And they have different times, so you can do the 50 minute. 50 minutes just works good for me because I like to get up and stretch. My body gets a little tight, my hips and stuff start hurting, my back start hurting, so I like to get up and keep my body moving. So I only do 50 minutes and then stop and then do another 50 and all that. So if you could continue to do that yourself on your own time, or like I said, you can go back, start this video over, go to a different video from, a couple days ago when I was live doing this and do that one. It's up to you. But I hope that you are blessed by by these live writing sessions. We're in the lab, y'all. This is the writing lab. Okay. All right, people. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Again, let me know in the comments what you're working on. Let me know if these are working well for you. Also, make sure you like the video, share the video, because I know y'all know another daughter who is writing, or who has thought about writing, and she could benefit from these live writing sessions. Okay, so make sure y'all share it with someone else. Don't be no hog of the live writing sessions. I know y'all want to keep me off of yourself. Okay, child. But I'm shareable. Okay, you can share me, honey. So share these videos with another daughter. And remember, you guys, I love y'all. You are important to me. I need you to survive. Bye bye for now.